In today's video, I'll tell you guys about a bunch of new Blender add-ons that came out in the last few days, from modeling add-ons to animation, cameras, texturing, you name it. And let me tell you, some of these are really cool. Without further ado, let's jump right into it. We're gonna start with a very enticing new deal from Light Architect, and they call it the Blender Mega Legacy Add-on Bundle, which is basically one of those everything and the kitchen sink kind of Blender bundles, which is aimed at filmmakers, VFX artists, and environment artists who want to have a huge toolkit without buying every add-on separately. It includes 9 add-ons, including Spiderify for creature swarms and voids, Chaos for explosions and destruction, City Builder 3D for building massive city environments, Horde for procedural crowds, GeoEffects for geometry node effects like ivy and lightning, plus weather, smoke, decal, and cinematic camera tools. And the best part is, instead of paying a total of $210, this bundle allows you to get all 9 add-ons at just $40. As you can see, the whole idea is to cover multiple parts of the VFX pipeline in one package, like world building, atmospheres, destruction, crowds, surface detailing, and camera work, all keeping everything inside Blender. And what makes this interesting is that Light Architect are known for VFX add-ons, so it is heavily focused on fast cinematic results, which helps you with the deep technical setups, and a lot of these add-ons are built around nice workflows and procedural systems that would normally take you hours to build manually. Next we have Surface Lab, which is made for people who want their 3D models and 3D prints to be more tactile and detailed without spending hours inside shader nodes or sculpting tiny surface imperfections manually. So as you can see, this is basically a nice shortcut. Surface Lab lets you drag and drop seamless textures directly onto models and create embossed or debossed surface detail, almost like adding engraved patterns, leather grain, fabric textures, industrial surfaces, or handcrafted imperfections in just seconds. And one of the coolest things about this is that it works without UV unwrapping, so you can quickly experiment on almost any mesh, and it comes with 30+ ready-to-use textures while also supporting custom ones from the internet. It also has controls like scale, rotation, depth, masking with vertex groups, and layering multiple textures together, which makes it useful for procedural design, props, stylized assets, and especially 3D printing work, where surface detail can make prints look way more premium and less like smooth plastic objects. Now, let me tell you about Customizable Male-based meshes, which is now in version 2.1, which is basically trying to turn Blender into something closer to a modern video game character creator, something similar to Character Creator, where you can build and customize male characters using sliders instead of sculpting everything from scratch. And the update added over 80 body and face controls for things like height, proportions, facial structure, muscles, and overall silhouette. And the character comes fully rigged with Rigify, so you can pose, animate, or render immediately without setting up a skeleton yourself. And one of the coolest parts in this update is the upgraded add-on system, which lets you customize skin, eyes, eyebrows, scars, tattoos, facial hair, and overlays directly inside Blender, almost like using MetaHuman or Character Creator as I said, but in a lightweight Blender native workflow. And the mesh is already cleanly retopologized and UV unwrapped, so you can skip a lot of boring setup work and jump straight into creating game characters, cinematic characters, VTuber avatars, or even concept designs. It also supports presets, randomization, and multiple characters in the same scene, making it, I think, useful for quickly generating variations or building an entire cast of characters, and you can do that much faster, I mean, compared to traditional character modeling workflows. On the other hand, Camera Nodes Effects is basically turning Blender cameras into a full procedural animation system, using nodes instead of the traditional keyframes and drivers. The add-on gives you around 78 different nodes across multiple categories, which let you build cinematic camera behavior like handheld shake, orbiting shots, camera lag, focus changes, zoom effects, random motion, and layer transitions, almost like building a motion graph in Houdini or Unreal Blueprints. And one of the coolest things about this is that everything updates in real time, so you can connect effects together, stack them infinitely, and instantly preview the result in a viewport, without manually animating every camera movement. It also supports baking the procedural setups back into normal Blender keyframes, I mean when you're done, which makes it compatible with normal production workflows and render engines. Now with FootFlow, which is basically a Blender animation add-on, which is focusing on solving one of the most annoying problems in character animation, which is believable foot contact and foot sliding. So instead of manually fixing feet frame by frame, the add-on gives you as an animator tools to lock feet to surfaces, manage planted motion, smooth transitions, and automatically maintain cleaner contact during walks, runs, and body movement. So it is made to speed up animation cleanup and make locomotion feel much more natural, especially during blocking or polish passes, where tiny sliding errors can completely break the illusion of weight. One of the coolest things about it is that it works interactively inside the viewport, helping you as an animator quickly adjust timing and placement without constantly fighting the IK controls and graph editor curves. Still with animation, Blaze Puppeteer is basically a Blender animation add-on which is gonna help you make character posing and puppeteering feel way more faster and interactive. I mean, almost like controlling a digital puppet in real time. So instead of constantly moving individual bones one by one, the add-on lets you use mouse-driven controls to pose characters dynamically, also blend different poses, create secondary motion, and manipulate rigs in more intuitive ways during animation blocking and performance work. It also comes with tools for post-recording, smoothing motion, layered animation control, and quick switching between different control setups, which can seriously speed up workflow for animators working on stylized animation, previs, or motion-heavy scenes. So as you can see, the whole idea is to reduce the technical friction of rig manipulation and make animation more performance-based and responsive, especially if you want quicker iteration without digging through massive rig hierarchies all the time. Also, Animates motion paths and 3D onion skins is actually a Blender add-on that can help you make motion timing and character movement way easier, and I would say it is great to visualize directly in the viewport. So instead of constantly scrubbing the timeline frame by frame, this add-on comes in to let you see editable motion trails and full 3D onion skin previews, of the previous and future poses at the same time, which makes it much easier to judge arcs, spacing, weight, and the overall animation flow. And one of the coolest features is that the motion paths are live and interactive, meaning you can tweak poses and immediately see the trajectory update in real time, without rebuilding paths over and over again. It also supports objects, rigs, cameras, and bones, so it is useful for character animation, cinematic camera work, and even motion graphics. Last but not least, we're gonna talk about Groomforge. Groomforge, as you can see, is a Blender grooming add-on, which can help you create hair, fur, brows, and other strand-based details. The add-on is useful because it has a big collection of grooming tools for shaping, combing, clumping, layering, masking, and styling hair directly in the viewport, while also helping you manage complex groom setups, and you can do that faster through presets and organized controls. One of the interesting things about this add-on is that it focuses heavily on procedural workflows, and it mixes that with manual artistic control, of course, so you can quickly generate interesting hairstyles and then refine them with detailed sculpting style edits. This, generally speaking, can be useful for character artists, creature artists, and grooming specialists, or if you generally create characters, game assets, stylized fur, or something like that. And there you have it, guys. If you are interested in these add-ons, you will find all the necessary links in the description. Thank you guys very much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.